So today I'm doing another haunted hotel video. So this one is on Copper Queen Hotel and it's in Arizona. So now this one, it started construction in 1898 and it wasn't quite ready to open its doors until 1902. And back then it was kind of lodging for pretty much everyone. So it went from investors to politicians to actors, actresses. Houdini was one of them. John Wayne and Teddy Roosevelt all have marked doors. Those are the rooms that they stayed in. I believe it's about 4 stories. And what's cool about it is they still have things looking the way they did back then. Like they have an old saloon that looks like early 1900s. And of course, like all of these, they have their ghosts. And so there's 3 main ones that pretty much everyone knows about. I'm sure there's others. Like the one I did in the past, there's also a ghost log that people write down their experiences in. I feel like most of these will have something like that. So this one is no different. But the ghosts that reside in this one, 2 are known, and one, no one really knows his name. They just experience him. So I'll go through all of them with you. I feel like the most popular one is Julia Lowell. I'm not 100% sure if that's how you say her name, but that's how I'm pronouncing it. And so she has a room that is marked with her name, which is the room that she resided in. And this is a painting of Julia that's in her room. Now, this story goes a little deeper than just any ghost story. What I've heard is she was the daughter of the owner at the time, but she was also a prostitute. And so he was kind of ashamed of that, and so her room was right near an exit. The story goes that that's where her suitors would come and go, is that exit door, so no one else in the hotel would really know what was going on. But she fell in love with one of them. And this is where the problem started. So she told this guy that she was falling in love with him. He didn't show any mutual feelings towards her and actually told her that he didn't want to see her anymore. Well, anyone who kind of divulges their love to anyone would take it pretty hard, but she took it very hard. She ended up killing herself in that room. Even today, it's not women who really experience her presence, it's men. Probably because she did what she did. They would hear whispers in their ear and just feel her presence around them. So she's still going after men in the hotel. And the other one is Billy. So Billy, I'm not quite sure how old he is by the look of his painting, which is also in his room like Julia's is. He looks about like between 10 and 12 to me, which I think is just about right. So there are 2 different ways that he passed on. So it was in the early 20th century. It's either said that he drowned in the San Pedro River, which is close by, or that he drowned in the bathtub in the room that is now his. So again, it could have happened either way, but either way, I believe he was staying in that hotel. But what makes me think that it actually is the drowning in the bathtub versus the river is because sometimes, guests that start that bathtub hear a faint crying. And so now Billy isn't really seen. Julia, she made herself known. She would come down the staircase and things like that. You know, they would see her apparition. But Billy never shows himself. Instead, you could hear him laughing, you could hear him talking, and he likes to move things around. He likes to turn the channel on the TV if it's on. So he does kid-like things. They all know it's him. And then the last one. The last most common ghost. They don't know his name. He has no name on the room. Anything like that. But it's a guy in a top hat wearing a cape, sometimes seen with smoke around him like he's smoking a cigar, other times he's in a shadow in the corner of a room. It's not necessarily the room he was in. It could be any room on the floor he's in, which is the 4th floor. But he's around. He makes himself known. People see him. They don't really hear him so much, at least that I found. They mostly see him. Now, before I did this video, I was trying to find the Ghost Adventures episode where they went there. And I don't know, maybe I'll be able to find it one day and I'll go over what they thought of this hotel in a vlog in the future. But I thought I found it because I found the episode where they in fact went to the Copper Queen Hotel. It says that in the title on the streaming service I was on. It wasn't it. So I'll have to go back and rewatch them, which I was doing anyway. I was watching an episode here or there, going back to the beginning. So I will eventually find it, and I'll go over what they think in some random video. I can't tell you when that'll come up, but it'll come up, because I did want to put this in here, but it just didn't happen. It was either going through all 30 seasons of theirs before I did this video, and that would take way too long. So I'll just cover it some other time. But that's what I found out about the Copper Queen, and this one was actually kind of fun to dive into, because seeing how old everything is, because they kept that look of the hotel going, which is why I think Billy, Julia, and this guy in the top hat is still around like they're still in their time, because it looks like their time. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll see you again soon. Until then, bye.